You're listening to the PlantX podcast, the digital face of the plant-based community. Join us as we explore the inner workings of all things plant-based, from the products and lifestyles to the people behind them. Each week, we'll be touching on what's new in the ever-expanding world of PlantX and chat with everyone from entrepreneurs and chefs to nutritionists and scientists. Whether you follow a strict plant-based diet or just want to learn more, you're invited. I welcome our host, the man who combined his love of e-commerce and the plant-based lifestyle to create PlantX, Sean Dollinger.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our 10th episode of our PlantX vodcast. I cannot believe it's already been 10 weeks, having a blast with the show, introducing you to phenomenal people from around the globe that we've had join the PlantX movement already, and so much more to come. This past week, we went ahead and announced our medical advisory team, and it's such a pleasure to have gotten to know all these individuals. And today we actually have two of them who will be joining us from San Francisco, the Bay Area. So we'll have them on in a little bit. We'll introduce them. And before we get into that, my uncle called me this morning. I went out to grab an oat milk latte, or actually decaf Americano with a little bit of oat milk in it. And he said to me, are you guys approaching vegans, or, what's it really about? And he's really been following the story. So it started making me think about, are we doing a great job in explaining exactly what we're all about? So we want to be extremely welcoming to everybody out there. Anybody who has any, desire or interest of becoming plant-based. I get so many people telling me, I can't get full from eating plant-based. What is plant-based products? I go to some of the greatest restaurants around that you would think are at the forefront of understanding people going plant-based and vegan. And they say, oh, are eggs okay, cream, milk, all these different things that you wouldn't even imagine that they'd be offering if you mention the words plant-based living. So again, really what we're here at PlantX to do is to be your one-stop shop for everything plant-based. We want people to come, be educated, learn. We're not asking anybody to be a full-time vegan or anything of that nature. We're really here to act as a resource. And with all the different companies coming out, even this week, Eats came out. They're doing a phenomenal job. They're a company that invests in other plant-based companies out there, and all these other different types of meat products and alternatives to dairy and all these different things. We want to be that place where people could get comfort. How do I make the transition into plant-based living? And then my background's been 20 years of e-commerce, specialty e-commerce. So we saw originally Zappos take it away from Amazon, the whole footwear space. And then we saw companies like diapers.com, The Honest Company, Chewy.com. These are specialty e-commerce companies. And at the end of the day, that's how we see ourselves, as a specialty e-commerce place, welcoming the plant-based community to our company. So that's hopefully a really good overview of what we do. And really, again, thank you so much to our investors, shareholders, coming on here each week. Please make sure to give feedback, ask questions during the show. We have a couple phenomenal people on here that are going to be representing, our medical board, our medical advisory team, which we announced earlier this week, as mentioned. And while we have them here, let's make sure we get you guys the answers that you want. Again, you've taken time out of your Saturday to join us live. Every week, the numbers keep going up. This week, we're streaming actually through LinkedIn for the first time, where we have a couple thousand connections. So the quicker the word gets out there, the more lives we could hopefully improve and give a better quality life. So on that note, Dr. Tom Burdon, Dr. Eva, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Great. And, as I mentioned a little earlier, I only drink decaf Americanos pretty much, with a little splash of oat milk. And we love to start the show off. We feel it gives our viewers a little connection to the people who are on. How do you guys take your coffee?
Well, in the morning, I usually make a pot of French press, and we usually have unsweetened soy milk in it, frothed up, sometimes with some chocolate and cinnamon in it. So that's our drink, my drink in the morning.
Sounds like something wonderful to wake up to, that's for sure. And Eva?
Well, it gets handed to me, the soy latte, non-sugared soy latte, and I like it with cocoa frothed up in it.
Well, that sounds great, and thanks for sharing that. And so far, I know that you've had a connection a bit to the plant-based space. Maybe you guys could elaborate on what your connection is with the plant-based world.
So I can start with that one. Mine is through Dr. Weinlander in many ways, and our children, and my practice at the hospital. As a cardiac surgeon, I sort of deal with you never want to really see me, no one wants to see me because it means you're having heart surgery. And it became clear over the years that diabetes, smoking, genetic risk factors are extraordinarily important in the development of cardiovascular disease. And obesity, basically, from the time I started my practice to the time we're working now, 2.5 decades, has really transformed North America, and people are morbidly obese. So when my family basically became interested in more of a plant-based approach to nutrition, I sort of made inroads at the hospital. It took a long time institutionally, and one of our dietitians was very helpful and put on